President Trump has just declared war on the deep state. He just put out 10 things that he's going to do in order to stop the deep state from trying to take over America and then therefore take over the world. Let's check it out.
Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption once and for all. And corruption it is. First, I will immediately reissue my 2020 executive order restoring the president's authority to remove rogue bureaucrats, and I will wield that power very aggressively. Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe even possible. Third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong, or at least they must have known. They do nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power that have been tearing our country apart, we will establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission to declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption, and there are plenty of them. Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy. When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent and physically separated from the departments they oversee so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration to move parts of the sprawling federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado, as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America, and they really do love America. Ninth, I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with and that they regulate. So they deal with these companies and they regulate these companies, and then they want to take jobs from these companies. Doesn't work that way. Such a public display cannot go on, and it's taking place all the time, like with Big Pharma. Finally, I will push a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
Wow. 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 They're not going to be too happy. They're already not too happy. So first he says he is going to do a presidential executive order to remove rogue bureaucrats, to remove rogue intel, 3, reform the FISA courts, 4, stop abuses of power by declassifying things that will show what others have been doing. That's going to be big. He's going to stop leakers. That's you, Adam Schiff. He's going to move the inspector generals, separate them from their offices so they can really do their job. Congress is going to monitor intel services to make sure they're not trying to take over America again. Move the departments out of D.C. so they're away from the swamp. I like that. He's going to make it to where bureaucrats can't make important regulations, laws, and then get the payout by going to those companies later. And number 10, he says that he's going to go for a constitutional amendment doing term limits for politicians to make sure they don't amass so much power that they stay there forever and create their networks and their machines and get in deep in the swamp. I absolutely love it. This is amazing. This is an amazing time to be alive. I'm very proud to be an American at this point in time. Me and a friend were talking about this the other day, that we were here for this. This has been going on for a very long time, and finally the American people have a champion to help us do something about it. The election was very interesting. I think that the Democrats' plan were to get as many states as they could possibly get that allowed no voter ID, get immigrants to vote in those states. So they already had a few states they knew that they were going to win because they were going to cheat. And then I think what was going to happen is they were going to run their same plays in North Carolina, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada. As I watched the election, the usual suspects went for Kamala, the ones that had no voter ID. The usual suspects went for Trump. And then those swing battle states all suddenly started slowing down their count again. Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. And they were waiting for ballots or more information or something. And there was a reporter outside of a counting center in Pennsylvania, and he reported that two massive trucks pulled up with a police escort to the counting facility. And I thought, oh, here we go again. But then we didn't hear anything more about it. And then North Carolina, Georgia, and Pennsylvania reported. And then once that happened, I think the deep state and the Harris campaign were caught off guard. And she pulled a Hillary Clinton, went catatonic, ran away, did not even say anything to her supporters that sat out there for hours waiting for her. That's their own bad. That's their own bad, though. They weren't intelligent enough not to know that she is evil. So that's on them. But we live in some very interesting times. He is not playing around. He is not waiting. He has already issued the 10 things he's going to do to dismantle the deep state in the United States. And I'm sure there's secret plans. I've said before in my other videos that there's a secret war going on. And there's been moves and counter moves. It's looking like now that in 2020, Trump knew what they were going to do and let them do it. By doing that, he avoided civil war. If he would have dug into the White House, there would have been massive rioting in all the major cities. There would have been a lot of deaths. They were going to hop the fence in the White House, and it was going to be a really bad thing. And so they played their chess moves, and instead of hunkering down, they got out of the White House and let Biden get in, let everybody see what they're up to, what they were planning. And I believe he still had some power. He might have still been the president of the United States. He stepped down, let Biden and Harris and the deep state do what they attempted to do, but did not allow them to start World War III, which is what they are trying and tried to do. And then Russia had to invade Ukraine, so it was just best if Trump was not in the White House while they did that. And then when it came time for the 2024 election, they made their moves to stop them from doing the same thing they did in 2020, stealing the election that way, and they stopped it from happening, catching the deep state off guard. Very, very, very smart moves. Very, very interesting. I'm very, very, very happy. This is one of the, so far, I know they're going to try to get him, but he now has the protection of the military officially again. And now it's going to be interesting to see what the deep state's next move is going to be. Rachel Maddow is already talking about trying to plant the seeds in the public that his campaign and voting was that there was some type of shenanigans, that he was cheating with votes. She's trying to initiate that into the lexicon, but it's not going to work. So very, very interesting times we live in. I am very excited and very happy for this. We've got I'm going to do videos on the liberals freaking out. They're like children. When they don't get their way, they throw tantrums, throw themselves on the ground, kick and scream and cry. But just like children, they don't understand when something is done for their best interest. So I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I don't get paid. I only get paid in likes and subscriptions and comments. So please do so, and we will see you on the next Ultra Top Secret. Thank you very much for watching.